welcome back. It is now day 2 of vlogmas. I am sitting down to kind of get myself situated on exactly where I want to start with all of my different projects, and I am in a little bit of a pickle of sorts. So I decided the first thing I'm gonna spin, in the interest of knitting, I decided that I'm gonna knit the Moonfish Dicky, which is a sort of color work. I mean, there's 2 colors used. I don't know if I guess it is in some ways a color work piece, and so I am trying to pick a main color. I decided I'm gonna spin my Batt from Artifacts of Appreciation just because I feel like it doesn't call for very much of a contrast color. I think only 85 meters. So for me, I don't really feel like it makes a ton of sense to like start spinning something that I have like larger quantities of in case I want to do something that will maximize my use of those fibers. And so, you know, I just have this small, I think it's like a 50-gram Batt maybe. And the pattern calls for a DK to light worsted yarn, which is, I would say, I think DK is on the upper end of how thick I like naturally spin, and so I think I'm gonna have to be a little bit more intentional about not going too fine. But I think this will be a great, like the perfect amount pretty much, for what I'm hoping to do. But where the dilemma lies is what my main color is gonna be, because I need about, I think, like 200 meters for the main color, and frankly I think that really, given what I have, my options are dwindling down to 1. But I had originally in mind wanted to go with something almost white, pretty neutral, so that the colors of this Batt can like really sing. So but the fact of the matter is I don't think I have enough of any of these. So this is, I believe, Blue Sky Fibers wool stock in driftwood. This is something that I don't remember, but I know it's a Cormo, like a natural Cormo. And I feel like off the bat I know that neither of these are 200 meters, because that would be like, for a worsted weight, that's like 100 grams skein usually. And then I do have a yardage counter, so I might just out of desperation rewind these with my yardage counter so I know. The last thing I have is just like, this is just a 100% wool that I have, that I got at my local yarn shop. That was one of their like budget yarns, which I think I might be close to 200 with this. I think I just don't like how bright it is. Like I wish I swore that I had more of this, but I apparently do not. So, and I am not in the business of buying yarn for this project, so I just think this is too bright, and so this is where it leaves me. I think I'm going to, I have 1 whole skein of, this is also Blue Sky Fibers wool stock in, I think it was called Time, is the colorway, Wild Time, and it's this like dark green. And I think this is 123 yards, so I think in order to have enough I need to frog the rest of this sweater that I had abandoned, a UFO. I think this was the Sumac sweater by Tet Besh. So I definitely have enough of this, but the question is, do I want to make it's going to become a low contrast kind of situation. And am I okay with that? I'm a sucker for a low contrast color work sometimes. Like, I like how it can be really subtle. But I don't know. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. I think at the very least where I'm gonna start is just with spinning this, and then I will come back to the main color when I actually start to knit the collar. So, I love how I aspired for these Vlogmas vlogs to be sub 5 minutes, and this is already 5 minutes long, so I'm gonna get a move on. All right, so I have my mini spinner all set up. I have not used it since Tour de Fleece, so oops. I did some dusting off and cleaning of it. Feeling a little bit rusty on the spinning front. But I think what I'm aiming for is a 2-ply worsted, light worsted. I mean, this is pretty truly worsted. And I'm gonna have this right here so I can compare my ply back to the wool stock. I think I am just gonna pull this in strips and spin it, and then ply it all together at the end. I'll probably try splitting it roughly in half. But yeah, I feel like whenever I spin or make batts to spin, they're pretty, I would say, like homogeneous, and so I never know what to make of batts that are like very clearly like one color on one side and another color on another side. But usually I'll probably split this into strips, pre-draft a little bit maybe, depending on how easily it drafts, and then go from there. Okay, I'm gonna do a bit of a ply back test. It feels too fine, frankly. And that's because it is. So we're gonna go perhaps a little bit. I don't think I need to change the speed because this is definitely underspun. But I'm gonna try drafting out more fiber. So, okay, definitely close. I think I just have to be like very intentional about drafting out more fiber than I think I want or need to, frankly. Which is very unnatural to me. I mean, what I could do is, you know, spin singles as I usually do, like a touch thicker, and then make a 3-ply, which would be pretty close to a worsted. But I think I want to try to best match the structure of the yarn, the main color yarn, which is definitively a 2-ply. So 2-ply it is. So on the right is my plyback sample. On the left is the yarn that I'm trying to match. And I think it's pretty close. I will say my yarn is definitely a lot airier. But can't complain. Hello. So, it is many hours later, and I've spun probably about half the batt, I think, maybe a little bit less than half. But I think I'm gonna at least wrap up today's vlog here, because I have to edit this video. But I think I'll probably get close. I want to keep spinning, and so I'll probably get close to almost done with this, with the singles today. We'll see. We'll see. You'll find out tomorrow, perhaps. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.